We challenge you guys on doing 21 days of yoga with all the crazy stressness. So let's get started. Maybe Aiden will join us one day. Okay. We're gonna go into child's pose, but this time bring your legs together and have your feet to touch. And this time, instead of reaching forward, bring your hands behind your back with your palms up. Place your forehead, now sit down.
I gotta finish my candy.
Ow. Put your head down on the mat and breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. 2 more. One more. Now send your hands towards the front and place your hands on the mat. And your head. Press your hands firmly on the mat. One more breath. And exhale. Come into tabletop. And then round your back and send your spine towards the ceiling. Exhale, release, and look up. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Now this time, send your spine all the way up towards the ceiling. Pull your chin to your chest. And just breathe. Really stretch out that back. Exhale, release and look up towards the ceiling and stretch out. Now send your right hand towards the front room and your left heel towards the back. Send your toes down towards the mat. And stay here for 3, 2, what are you doing? 1, switch. Now send your left hand towards the front and your right heel towards the back. And stay here for 3, 2, 1, release. Now push back into child's pose one more time. This time open up your legs wide. Walk your hands to the right side and send your hips to the left. Really feel that side body stretch. Now walk your hands to the left and send your side body to the right. And if you have a friend, you can hold his hand. Back to center. Now press your hands into the mat and send your hips closer to your heels. Now send your right arm up towards the ceiling and then send it under your left for thread the needle. Send your palm down. And just breathe. Two more breaths. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. One more. Walk back. Send your hips back towards your heels. Send your left hand up and then thread the needle on this side. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. One more. Now send your hands towards the front room one more time. And then send your hips up, like send your hips into tabletop. And then send your hips up high, Keep them up like a puppy. Let's do a puppy pose. And you're going to press into your hands, lift them hips up high, and just feel that stretch in your shoulders. You look like a little puppy. And now walk your hands to the right with your puppy pose. Oh, feel that stretch. And come back to center and then cross over. And then back to center and come into tabletop. Get that tacked. My sweatshirt. Tuck your toes and then send your hips up high for downward facing dog. Let's pedal out our feet. Yeah. Pedal out your feet. Come high on your toes. Send your heels towards the mat to really stretch out. And press into your hands and send your chest closer to your thighs. Really feel that stretch. Two more breaths. One more. Now come high on your toes and walk your feet to your hands. Send your hands in the opposite elbows and go into ragdoll. Just let it go. Bend your knees a little bit here to really feel that stretch. If you need to, look under your armpit. Oh, or if you want, do what Colin just did. Just let your arms hang. Send your gaze under your right arm pit, then your left arm pit. And if you want, place your hands behind your back and send them up. Really open up that arms. Now send your hands to the mat, slowly toe your feet together. Halfway lift, look out. Flat back, beautiful. Forward fold. Extend it out and send your arms up high. Cross your hands over, that's a good one, Pop. Cross your hands over. So you're gonna send your hands, send the back of your hands together, and then send them up. And then lean over to the right. Oh, feel that body stretch. Then to the left. Back to center. Forward fold, touch your toes if you can. Halfway lift, send your hands on your shin. High plank. Low plank. Upward facing. Downward facing. One breath in. And exhale. High on your toes, bend your knees, jump or step your feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Extend it out and send your arms up high. Forward fold. Halfway lift. High plank. Low plank. Upward facing. Downward facing. Inhale. Exhale, high on your toes. Bend your knees, jump or step your feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose. Now let's sit low. Have them big toes to touch. Send your arms up high. You can sit, oh, if you want, you can do a wall sit. Go like Colin, do a wall sit. Now let's stretch out our arms a little bit while we're in chair. Send your right arm over. Drop your shoulder and just let it go. Look over your shoulder. Take a look at your partner that's sitting next to you. And switch sides. So you get a little leg stretch and a little arm stretch all at the same. Drop your arm. Forward fold. Halfway lift. High plank. Send your hips right up for downward facing dog. Right side, warrior one. Step that right foot in between your hands. Press your knee on the outside of your foot, so you're going towards your pinky toe. Ground down in that back foot. Square out your hips and send your arms up. Face me. You're right. Arms up. Send your arms towards the front. Pull your shoulders towards your ears. Roll your shoulders back. Send your arms up. Open up to warrior two. The other way. No, you're right the first time. Flip your front palm and come into reverse. The other way. Send your arm hand. Perfect. Warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Lean towards the front and come into triangle. Really stretch out them legs. Send your arm towards the ceiling. Open up your chest. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. You should look like triangles.
Triangle two.
Come back into warrior two. High plank. Send your hips up high. Left side, warrior one. Step that left foot in between your hands. Press that knee to the outside of your ankle, and then outside of your foot. Send your arm up. Square out your hips. Good job. Send your arms towards me. Pull your shoulders back. Now send them up. And I saw Colin where he was going. He was putting his hands together. He was leaning back a little bit. Open up to warrior two. Do crazy warrior like Colin. Flip your front palm. Come into reverse. And send your drishti, that's your gaze, up towards your hands. Slowly come back to warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Lean towards the front and fold. Send your drishti up towards the ceiling and just breathe. One more. Open up to warrior two. High plank. Send your hips up high. Step or jump your feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold, chair pose. Forward fold. Halfway lift. High plank. Low plank. Upward facing, downward facing. Right side, warrior one. Open up to warrior two, the other way. Perfect. Flip your front palm. Come into reverse. And then send your right elbow down to your right knee and then send your left hand up. Inhale, send your hand towards the ceiling. Exhale, open up your heart. And just stay. For 3, 2, 1. Now send your right hand towards the front and your left hand over like you're holding a big beach ball. Stay here for 3. Or like a giant ball. 3, 2, 1. Come all the way up. And then fold. You can send your hands on the outside of your ankles. Or you can send your hands under your nose. And just breathe. Now send your right hand under your nose and your left hand up. But this time send your left hand around your back to send your heart up towards the ceiling a little bit more. Really open up them shoulders. 2 more breaths. Send your hand up. Now send your left hand down. Now your right hand up. Now send your right hand around your back and look up. And stay here for a few. 1 more. Now send both hands down to the mat and come all the way up. Send your hands up towards the ceiling and turn your feet and your hands to the left side. Let's do warrior one on the left. You're gonna bend that front knee. Send that back leg down. Press that back blade edge of your foot down towards the mat. Now send your arms up. Open up to warrior two. Press your arms like you're a superhero and you're trying to hit each side of the wall with your magical powers or lasers. Bring your ears towards your ears to your nose. Ears to your shoulders to your ears and then roll them back. And then flip your front palm and come into reverse. And now send your left hand down to your left elbow and your right hand up. And you can look bored like Colin. Just kidding. And send your arm up towards the ceiling, Kyle. And then open up your heart. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Now send your left hand towards the front room and your right hand over like you're holding a big beach ball. And stay here for 3, 2, 1. Come all the way up. Now clasp your hands behind your back and send your hands towards the back room. So hands towards the mat. So really press your hands down and then fold. If you want, you can go to the right side and then to the left and send your hands up. You can fall like Colin. Remember, it's a practice. If you fall, it's a good thing. Now release your hands and come all the way up. And come in, just walk your feet in. And come into chair pose. Sit your hands as prayer center and sit low. Just breathe. You're gonna twist, but I want you to open your feet a little bit. So you're gonna twist, but you're gonna send your left hand in between your feet and then your right hand up for a little twist. It's a little help. Stay here for 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Now this time send your right hand in between your feet and your left hand up. And look up towards the ceiling for 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Sit a little lower and stay here for 3, 2, 1. Forward fold. If you don't have shoes on, which we both don't have shoes or socks, grab your peace fingers and wrap them around your feet. And send your hips up high. And breathe. Now send your hands underneath your feet for gorilla pose. If your toes meet your wrist, shake your toes a little bit. It'll give yourself a little massage. You can send your hips up high. If you need to, bend your legs. And fall. 2 more breaths. Now open your feet wide and come into yogi squat. Here, lay in. And use your elbows to open up your legs.
What's a frog song?
You look like a frog. Now send your right hand down to the mat and your left hand up for a twist. Switch sides. One more. Right hand down, left hand up. And one more. Left hand down, right hand up. Now come back to center. Use your elbows to open up your legs. You can rock a little bit. And now we're gonna come up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay here. And pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up one more time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's pose. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Send them hips up. Rock and roll. And then slowly toe heel your feet together. Halfway lift, look out. Forward fold. Extend them out and send your arms up high. Bring your hands next to your side. Lift your right leg. Open up your leg. Stay here for 3, 2, 1. Bring it back to center. Now I want you to step forward and then send your arms towards the front room and your left leg up for warrior 3. If you need, grab the chair. Stay here and drop that pinky toe down. Lift that leg up higher. And send your hands down to the mat. And kick that leg up high. Now bring that left leg in between your hands and come down to a runner stretch. You can drop your back leg. So if you want, drop your back leg. And then send your right hand down and your left hand up for a twist. Come back to center. Bring your hands inside your foot and come down for lizard pose. And just stay. Good job. Two more breaths. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Now come up to your hands and kick back for half split. Good job. Kick back up for runners one more time. Use that core muscle to bring that back foot to meet your front. Halfway lift. Forward fold, extended mountain, send your arms up high. Bring your hands next to your side and then lift your left leg. Grab your foundation and keep that foot on the floor. Flex that top leg and then open. Now we're gonna come back to center, step forward, and then send your arms towards the front room and your pinky toe down for warrior 3. Use the wall if you need to. Good job. And then send your hands down to the mat. Bring that right foot in between your hands for a runner stretch. You can drop your knee and send your left hand down to the mat and your right hand up. Good job. Send that hand all the way up towards the ceiling. Like you have lasers coming out of your finger. You're gonna push that in lasers and go through the ceiling. Or lasers through your eyes. Bring your hands down. Now come into the center and drop down for a lizard pose. Two more breaths. Come back onto your forearms and then press back. And then reach for your foot if you can, either hand. Just get that stretch in the legs. Back into runner. Now we're going to use our core muscles to bring the front foot to meet the back and come into high plank. Send your hips up high. And now breathe in and out. Come high on your toes, bend your knees and jump. But this time sit down. Sit down and send your feet towards this front room. Send your arms up high and fold. Bring your right leg in. Send your left arm up and fold. Send your right leg over your left. And let's do a little twist. Good job. Trying to calm our bodies down with all this craziness. Now send your foot out. Now bring your left leg in. Send your hands up high. Fold. Cross that left leg over and twist. You want to do abs or no? You hate I want you to open your legs wide, but bring your right foot in and your left leg out. We're gonna send our left hand down and our right hand up and try to reach for your toe. Send that heart towards the ceiling. You can do crazy moves like Colin and fall over. And then come back to center and switch feet. Send your right hand down, your left hand up, and just twist over. Reach for your buddy next to you.
Hello.
And come back to center. Now send your hip feet out. And now cross your right arm over. And then bring your right arm around your neck. Look up. If you want to, we can even sit on our knees. Sit on your knees. Give yourself a little break. And then your left arm over. Ooh, feel that crack. And then your left arm around your neck, around your head. So you can look up. You can even lean over a little bit. Now bring your hands behind you. So you're going to clasp your hands behind your back. Send your hands towards the mat and then come up. Press them shoulders in. And stay here for 3, 2, 1. Release. Now let's do something different. Let's put our feet up on the wall. Okay, Kyle, you go there because you're smaller. You put your feet up on the wall and just let the blood flow the opposite way. Or if you want, you can go and do a headstand. No, not that. Send your feet up. And if you want, you can do a headstand, which we've been practicing in our backyard. So you're going to send your hands. You're going to have your hands like this. And you're going to cradle your head. And when you cradle your head, you can use the wall like Colin. Cradle your head, and you're slowly going to walk your feet towards your body. And then lift up slowly. You can use the wall. And just stay here. Let the blood flow the opposite way. Really press your arms into the mat. And be light on your body. And send your toes towards your face. And stay here for 3, 2, 1. Come down and come into child's pose. Good job, Pop. Come into child's pose. 3 breaths. Two more. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Come roll onto your back. And bring your knees into your chest. Roll your knees to the right side and send your drishti to the left. And then bring them to center and cross them over. And then back to center. Come into happy baby. Grab the outside of your feet. And just look like a baby. Rock and roll a little bit. If you want, you can send your big toes around your fingers around your big toe and stretch out your right side. Then your left, your right, left, and then sway back and forth. Put your feet in your front face. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. Inhale. Exhale. Open your mouth. One more inhale. Exhale, Savasana, final rest. Take a few minutes for you and just lay here. Let your body melt to the ground. Start to wiggle your fingers. Wake your body up a little bit. Send your hands over your head for a good morning stretch. If you have a friend next to you, try to grab their hands. Oh! And then roll over to the right side for a fetal position, fresh start, new beginning. And then come all the way up. And send your hands to your prayer center. thank you all for coming out and practicing with Colin and I. We hope to see you guys tomorrow for this 21-day challenge. Let's stretch out our bodies and let's start to think fresh and positive. Together we say,
Namaste.
Namaste.